Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Mo with Morning Cup of Moes here for our 11th episode.
11.
And we're getting it going. I love what's going on. Please make sure you continue to promote us, share us, like our stuff, subscribe it, do all that good stuff. We got some great topics today. Doc, go ahead, give it to us.
Episode 11. Let's get it. We got coffee from Plymouth Coffee Bean Company. We have serious topic. We're talking about communication and how important that is. We have a would you rather. We're talking NBA. March Madness is coming, so we're talking about that a little bit. UFC, NFL, trade deadline open, or the free agency open up today. And we have a new segment, bench, cut, start.
Okay. And then we got a would you rather as well for the quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, yes.
Yep. All righty. Let's get into this coffee. So we got this coffee going in here. We, like you said, we got it from Plymouth Coffee Bean Company. It's a cute little house that turned into a business right in downtown Plymouth area. Every room that they had was a little bit different, decorated different feel, sort of different genres going on in there. Walk in and it's a cute little Irish lady that's, the main, I think she's the owner. I could be wrong. She was awesome. Barista knew what she was doing. She was awesome. But at the same time, it was the feel. The feel was great. Like it was a little house right in downtown. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Because of the feel?
The feel was good. We'll see how the coffee is first. That'll tell you if I'm back or not.
We got two of them, right? We got the WildCat and the Nutty Irishman.
Yeah, so let's start off what I got closer to me. Nutty Irishman. Let's try that there. I think each one I got with almond milk and an extra shot of espresso, just to let you know. So let's see how this one goes. Here's the WildCat.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
It's the Irishman, not the WildCat. WildCat's right here.
Yeah, Irishman. Sorry. It's too coffee for you.
It's not even that. It just tastes odd.
No, that's a good coffee taste.
You like it?
It's a good coffee taste. It's not too milky. And I did tell him a little bit lighter with the milk. You get that coffee aftertaste. But no, that's strong and it's smooth. That is very smooth.
Rate it.
6.3.
6.3?
6.3, yeah.
Yeah, these sixes are all you.
They're 6.3, man.
I'm going 6.0.
Yeah, no, this is good. We're gonna start getting a whiteboard and just write it out.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, just write it out. No bias, no nothing. Pop.
That was a recommendation.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing that. Yes. Next one here is the WildCat. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's see how this one is. They're both gonna be a little bit strong. Not that aftertaste of that. I'm starting to taste that a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's strong.
This is very strong. This is a wake me up in the morning. Right?
This is gonna wake me up for the rest of my life.
This guy is out.
Oh my God.
This is ridiculous. No, I mean, once again, these morning coffees that are sort of gonna wake you up and punch you in the face.
They're super strong.
They're super strong. They're not gonna be to the point where they're, oh my God, a 10 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, but they're gonna be consistent and just make sure that they're getting you up in the morning. They're getting you going. So for me, what's your rating actually? I'll tell you that.
5.5.
5.8 is where I was. I had that in my head. Yeah, I had that in my head. It's just that consistency. It's a strong coffee. It's there. There's not a lot of creams, not a lot of sugary drinks or syrupy stuff or whatever.
Nothing.
It's just coffee.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, it's straight to the point. I like that one. I would go back for that, especially morning. Midday, I would take the other one, the Nutty Irishman.
Would you?
Yeah, and midday I would take the Nutty Irishman all day.
A
little bit sweeter, calming, relaxing. Yeah, sort of when you want to lay back. WildCat is, you're going to run a marathon after that. It feels great. Let's talk about communication, man. So we've had a couple different things going on, and a lot of times when someone explains an issue that they're having with somebody or with anything,
for sure, even patients too.
Yeah, it's just like they're assuming a lot.
They're assuming you know half their story, you have no idea what's going on.
Zero idea what's going on.
If you don't tell me what's going on, guess what?
How am I supposed to know?
I have no idea what's happening.
So, importance of communication. I know you want to talk about this as well. So go ahead, talk about it.
So importance of communication, I would say, is basically telling everyone what's on your mind instead of, like you just said, assuming that the person knows. Because at the end of the day, if you're mad at me or upset with me, I have no idea why you're mad or upset. So I can't help you.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about social media before and communication.
Yeah.
Communicating with social media and communicating in person, night and day.
So different.
Different thing. Social media, I have to assume your reaction and assume the tone you're giving me.
Not just that.
Where in person, I know where you're going with it.
Yeah, no, and we are very sarcastic. So
100%.
you can't translate that sarcasm to a text. Like, you come off as an asshole.
You gotta put a
so
LOL
it's like you gotta put an LOL or now it's like, I was texting my niece the other day and it was just like punctuation, or I might have just texted it from voice and there was a period and she's like, why are you so angry? I'm like, what?
That period is the thing though. Like if you put something,
I don't know that thing. Like it's just like, bro, I'm texting real quick and calling a day. And she was like, "Why are you so mad? What I do? What's wrong?" I'm like, "No, I swear I'm not mad."
Nothing at all.
So it's like, there's just so many different rules and regulations. So I guess the way you're supposed to text. Yeah. That's why I'm like, with how social media is today, and it's all supposed to be very social, I feel like we're all very antisocial.
Antisocial when you see the person that you're talking to. It's
no one knows how to communicate,
put a keyboard in front of someone and they'll write you up a song.
Yeah, they'll see
that person in public, you're trying to be like,
you're hiding. And I think, relationships is huge with this because, when you go into communication at that point, it's, I think we talked about it before. It was like, you could know somebody for so long. And you still don't know them until you're married and moved in together, and that's a completely different story. But still, it's like, I remember when I first got married, it was like we would argue, and we were by ourselves in Georgia. There was nobody else, so there was no outside influence by any means, and it was just the two of us. So whatever we went through, we had to get through it. Okay, we had nobody else there. We got to get through it. So it was a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, it was like she didn't know how to communicate and I didn't know how to communicate. Like, I was the only boy.
It's just a learning experience.
I was the youngest and only boy. She's the only girl. So it's like we both had that little bit of spoiledness to us because it was like we were never told. We keep your feelings within yourself because we didn't have to express them. We weren't told no multiple times. We weren't. So at that point, it was like, when I would make her angry, she would sort of shut down and just go to the room, or vice versa, where I would just leave and do whatever. I got school or whatever.
If that happens, you can't get better.
You can't.
Like, if I'm sitting in a corner and not expressing myself, then I'm just keeping my emotions in, and I'm just gonna be mad.
And you married somebody, or you go into business with somebody, or you go whatever it is. You coach somebody. You have to communicate at that point. And even when I say something, I might be meaning it, and I understand what I mean. And if you don't,
but I take it differently.
It's okay to ask me, like, hold on, wait, let's recap. Yeah. Is this what you mean? And if I could be like, no, I'm not saying that at all. Problem, though.
I don't think people go there and say like, hey, what exactly do you mean?
No,
they just shut down, take it, and go away.
Yes.
That's completely wrong.
And that's where it's just like talking it through is huge, because not just that, it's like when you say something, right, and I take it a certain way, well, I could misinterpret what you're physically saying to me in person, and if I don't clarify what you mean by communicating, then I could go about the rest of my life thinking that you meant whatever you didn't mean.
Way, for example.
And that's where it's just like, we need to get to the point where we're actually just sitting down and saying, hey, this is what happened. This is what you mean. This is a recap. Just as we have an outline for this, outline for what our conversation was.
It's so important. Like, if I tell you something right now and I tell a random person the same thing, they're like,
completely different.
They'll probably take offense. Or you know where I come from. You know what I mean by, and it's like just 100% different.
And emotions plays a huge role. Because when you're having a serious conversation, or even a business conversation, or whatever it is, an emotional conversation, emotions plays a role in there no matter what. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to be able to relay that information over is only with how emotional you are. There's only so much you could get across without being not clear, I guess.
For sure.
If your emotions are caught up. That's why I'm like, even when you're having a serious conversation with your mother, father, wife, husband, whatever it is, put it online. You got to put it online. If things are bothering you that bad, do not hold it in, because that brings in the stress, that brings in everything else, and then you just shut off the world. So I think communication is huge to the point where it's not there the way that it should be. And this could be in marriages of 40 years. This could be in marriages of 1 year. This could be in business partners forever, or new business partners, or anything at that point. Mm-hmm. Even like a student teacher. Like going to a student teacher, like if you got a bad grade and you don't understand why, don't just assume that teacher gave you that grade. Go to their office hours and figure out why they gave you that grade. What happened? Why did you earn that grade?
See how you can improve.
Where could you improve? What did you do wrong? Like, there's so much that can be learned from communication.
Do you think social media ruined communication?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm with that 100%.
Blessing and a curse, though.
I think it's a huge blessing. I'm not 100% against social media.
It's just the way people are brought about today, where it's like a lot of people suck at communicating.
Well, and not just that. I mean, if you say for it or against it, that's a loaded question, because anything in excess could be bad, right? So there's good and bad to everything, whether it's social media or diet or coffee, or like if we're drinking all this coffee, we're not drinking enough water to counteract that. It's terrible for you. So we know that, and we got to communicate that and go from there. But it's still a matter of social media can be great, But if you use it in excess or just live your life through that little phone,
supply of social media,
it's just it could be awesome. It could be awesome.
Yeah, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt, as they say.
Yeah, we're gonna get into this. Would you rather?
Oh man, you're going first today.
Yeah, I'm going first today.
Listen, before we start, I'm fighting the lion, but go ahead.
You're crazy.
I'm fighting the lion
You're
from
crazy.
last week, and many people agreed with me.
No, I don't. It's many people that are in your realm.
Not my realm.
Yeah, I'll
bro,
kill the lion. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'll kill the lion. I'll get the lion. Don't worry about it, bro.
listen.
I'm strong. Well, I've been
The
working
thing
out
with you
because I could
is,
drain
listen,
for
This
it.
is what you said. You're like, oh, I'll just grab a pan and I'll smack the chicken.
Even if
but
you don't.
when you said anyone said anything about the lion bringing a weapon, you're like, no, they can't. We didn't specify what you can or cannot do.
No, everyone said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring a gun and kill the lion."
I said a BB gun.
No, okay, BB gun. You're gonna annoy it. It's gonna claw you to death anyways. But no, even if I don't have a pan,
Go
you
ahead,
could grab a chicken by the neck, twist, done. You got dinner for the
Have you done
next
it
for the
before?
next day. No,
How do you know that? You
First
don't know
couple
how easy it
times.
is.
First couple. It's gonna be horrible
You're
at
acting
first.
like you're a chicken murdering expert. Get out of here.
I watched Rocky the other day. I watched him chasing the
You're
chicken.
like,
I got it. All right, so you have. I seen this on TikTok. You have your best friend.
My best friend
Of your life that you communicate with everything. It could be anybody, whether you constitute your brother, your parents, whoever your best friend is.
I'm gonna think of my brother right now.
So your best friend, you have to murder him. Okay. You're not getting caught for it. It'll never get out. Nobody will ever know. It'll only be in your head. Nothing will happen to you.
Okay.
But you're murdering your brother. Okay. Or you go to jail for life for a crime you did not commit, and you stay there, and your life expectancy is 85.
Okay. I'm gonna get emotional there because I'm gonna talk about my brother.
Okay.
So me and my brother are one.
Yeah.
So no matter what the situation is, if my brother does something wrong,
Yeah.
me and him are going to, like, for example, if he's somewhere and something comes about and like things start going crazy, I'm backing my brother up.
100%.
Later on, we're gonna talk about, brother, what went on,
Yeah.
and then we'll decide if he's wrong or not. So me and my brother are one. I can't kill my brother. There's no way. I would truthfully do the sentence.
Yeah.
I'm not killing my brother. No way.
Can't live with yourself doing it.
No, because my brother's my everything, to be honest.
So
with
you're
you.
in prison forever.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Because that's my life as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like me and him are one. Like if I'm hurting, he's hurting. If he's
sure.
hurting, I'm hurting.
For sure.
So no, absolutely.
Sense.
I'm
Easy.
doing the sentence
Easy.
easily.
Okay.
How about you?
Same answer. Same
thing,
answer.
yeah,
I mean,
I
I look at my best friend's my father. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
you
just
can.
not happening.
You do anything for your
I
father,
would do
you know?
anything. I would do anything. So no, I'm with you there, and that's why I was just like, okay, let's see. That's why I didn't want you to say your brother.
Yeah.
Because I knew what your answer would have been if it was your brother. But I was
If it
like,
was someone
okay,
else, we're killing
if it was
him.
someone else, this guy would have whacked him immediately. Go ahead. What's yours?
All right. Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you're going to die?
Oh, when I'm going to die or
That's a
how I'm
tough
going to
one.
die. You know, I don't think you can know either one, truthfully. But
If you had the ability to
if
know.
I had the ability to know it, I don't know. I think I would rather.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, I don't want to know either one. When or how? I would.
you gotta know.
I would probably say when.
When?
Yeah.
So if I give you an age, you'd be like, bam, right there.
Well, I mean, just because then I could set up things for my family and set up things that I want at a certain time and know that I have to have it done. I
How
have a
tripped out
deadline.
would you be if you picked the age and I told you your exact age right now? Like, it'd be trippy, wouldn't it?
It would be very trippy, but I think
It's like-
time.
It's a tough question because, like, if you were to figure out how,
Yeah.
like, say hypothetically, I told you, at the zoo,
Yeah.
and say you went to the zoo, you'll be looking all over the place.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
how the heck am I gonna
That's why
die?
I don't want to do how, because then I'd be living in fear my entire life of whether it's at the zoo or whether it's while you're driving or whether it's, dude, I'd be fearful of driving or fearful of walking down the street or whatever it is, where it's just like, I think that stress alone would end up killing me. So I think I would go with the win for sure. Now that I'm, sort of talking it out, I want to know the how. Just give me the win. Let me get my timeline. Let me know what business I need to get done beforehand. Set all that up, and it is what it is at that point. That's where I would go.
I'd probably go in.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see myself caring to know the how.
Because how you're always like cautious and
Yeah.
like you said, living in the aspect
Living
of
in fear.
That's the last thing you want.
Living in fear. We live in fear enough in this world. I mean, I'm not going to add another thing to live in fear about.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, no, the win for sure.
The win.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let's
like
get into
that.
your NBA. Let's go to your standings.
NBA
Give it to them.
standings. You want to do West or East first?
You got West up there first. Go ahead.
Western Conference. Nuggets, 3-game skid. 3-game losing streak, but they are number one. Kings are the 2nd seed. I believe they haven't made the playoffs since 2006.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Grizzlies 3, Suns 4, 5, Clippers 6, Golden State 7, Timberwolves. This is the play-in. 7 to 10 is the play-in.
Yeah.
8 is Dallas, 9 the Jazz, 10 OKC. Lakers fell out of that last night. There are the 11 seed, 12 Pelicans, 13 Blazers, 14 Spurs, and 15 Rockets. Anything surprise you here?
Mavericks on the skid.
Mavericks?
Yeah, Mavericks have a losing record with the minute they made that Kyrie trade, and your Nets have a winning record ever since that Kyrie trade. So that sort of surprises me there that they're in the play-in now, because I think when Kyrie was, and don't quote me on this, but I remember when Kyrie made the trade to go there, I think they were 5th or 6th seed. I think 5th seed.
I'm not sure.
Is where it was. So that surprised me. Suns, I think, moving up into the world. LA is going to be, Lakers are going to be in and out. Golden State, Curry back. I think they could move up into the rankings. They might but the Clippers, man, are doing good. Joker finally got, a team he's winning.
It's crazy though, from the 5th seed to the 12th seed.
Yeah.
It's fair game.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, the West is fun to watch. Like, I haven't watched basketball and actually cared about it in a long time. And now, like, I'll tune in and I'll actually pay attention to it, not just because of this, just because it's so close.
Did you watch the Lakers game yesterday?
I did. Not the whole game. I watched the 4th quarter probably.
Because the game before, they came back. You said you're the reason they came back.
Every time I watch them, they're on the comeback.
Except for
every time, yeah. Yesterday was just like, but I tuned in like, I don't even think it was the 4th quarter. I think it was like 2. Yeah, I think it was like 2 minutes left. I got sick of getting wrecked in Call of Duty, so I just started.
Hey, you've gotten a lot better though.
I've gotten better, but it's not so horrible. It's just it's my getaway time. And I realized I started playing Call of Duty a lot more recently because the gym used to be my getaway.
Really?
My not doing anything, mind's off, just that's it. And then it became a routine, and I stopped adding in new things because I found a good regimen that was working. And now that it was just like passive, I started answering emails and answering texts for work and I wasn't disconnecting. Now my hobby or that disconnect is just that hour at the end of the night just to clear my mind. Clear my mind.
PUBG, please don't.
No,
please.
We'll figure that one out.
Please. The Eastern Conference.
Eastern.
Milwaukee, 48-19 won. 2 Boston, 3 Sixers, 4 Cavs, 5 Nets. Wow, Nets doing good.
Yeah.
6, we got the Knicks. Playing, we have 7 Heat, 8 Hawks, 9 Raptors, 10 Bulls, 11 we got the Pacers, 12 Wizards, 13 Magic, 14 Hornets, and the Pistons.
Is
that a 13-game losing streak?
Pistons? Yeah. They're around there. Does the East surprise you at all? I think 1-2 is going to be, Bucks and Celtics, like plain and simple.
Oh, do they surprise me?
Yeah, I mean, you were calling for the Cavs.
I think the Cavs come out of the East somehow, some way.
They're going to be East Conference?
Either I think the Cavs or the Celtics are going to come out of the East.
Cavs or Celtics?
And the Lakers will come out of the West.
To where?
To the championship.
Get the hell out of here.
Watch.
Get the hell out of
here.
here.
When LeBron comes back, it's over.
No, it's not.
It's over for you and for everyone else as well.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Have you seen how they've been playing?
Be happy if they make the play-in. They got a chemistry right now.
Listen,
they got a good chemistry right now.
We're going to pass up the play-in, and we're going to get the 6th seed.
How many games are left?
11?
11? Do you think you're going to pass the play? So you need all these other teams in front of you to lose at least 3 to 5 of those games, and you guys need to almost win every game.
OKC has no business being there. They suck. Jazz suck.
Okay.
Mavs.
I'm not talking about the play-in. I'm talking. You're calling them in the Western Conference Championship.
Clippers suck.
What?
Grizzlies suck.
Clippers suck.
Grizzlies suck.
You wish.
No Ja Morant.
Okay, still.
That guy is. But we'll talk about that guy in a minute.
But no.
But holy moly,
Clippers don't suck. Warriors don't suck. Suns don't suck.
I didn't say the Warriors suck. The Warriors
I'm just saying those guys in front of them. Okay, Dallas doesn't suck.
Lakers
they just need to get it together.
Easily be the 5th, 6th seed.
No, absolutely not.
After the trade they made, if everyone's healthy, man, they're going to tear up the West.
Hope they get a plan. Just hope they get a plan.
6th seed easily.
No, hope they get a plan.
You'll see.
We'll come back and play this.
You'll see.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
We're going to play this.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Nikola Jokic, the Joker.
Hey, he's been a stud.
Yesterday, 35 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists.
Yeah. I mean,
come on, man.
You know what the biggest thing is?
He lost though.
I get it, but the two years that he won the MVP, his team wasn't there, right? Now this year he's still doing the same thing and his team's there. He's
top of the West.
Top of the West.
Top of the West.
If he doesn't get it this year, like which he should.
So can they give him another MVP?
Why can't they?
Because he won it the last
Doesn't
2
matter.
years.
MVP, period. Who's your most valuable player?
I feel like NBA-wise, a fan not looking in, like if it was a random person, oh, this person won the MVP 3 years in a row, I think it looks wrong.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know if you could give
to
it to
a casual fan. I don't think the NBA cares about the casual
He's
fan.
averaging a triple-double, though.
I know. You cannot give it to him. You have to give it to him. Especially this year. Now his team, the argument with him previous years was his team sucked.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting his team above and beyond into the playoffs or getting the championship. Now his team's looking hot as hell, and he's still putting up those same numbers. No, he's 100% he should be winning it this year.
See, the thing with this I don't like, he's averaging a triple-double. You know who's averaged a triple-double a couple seasons? Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And he got slandered, like, oh, he sucks, he's stat chasing and this and that.
Yeah,
like,
but now that they're winning, like, you can't just say that. Russ was a completely different player too, man.
Russ, man, I feel like Russ always gets the shitty end of the stick.
He does, but I mean,
he's wrong, man.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Russ fan. Period. I'm just not.
He plays all out though. He plays with his heart.
Plays all out, plays with his heart, but I just feel like it's a lot of me when I watch his game. I don't know how good of a team player he is, and once again, to tell you that I've watched him through, when he was at UCLA or anything. No, I haven't. But do I think that he's like a huge team player or cares about what his teammates does?
You don't.
I don't feel that with him.
Yeah,
and I could be completely and utterly wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's just I don't see that. But Joker winning it, I just let it be a debate. I love watching JJ and Perkins freaking argue about this.
Perkins, I love Perkins.
I can't stand him.
Really?
I can't. He reminds me of Booger McFarland. Just talks out of his butt.
He's funny though.
No, man, I can't do it.
Man.
I can't. He bothers the hell out of me.
Perkins is the man. Perkins talks like he was a primetime player in the league.
He was horrible.
That's the only thing I don't like. But man, I don't know. Just say
what was his nickname?
Perkins. I don't know.
He wasn't Big Baby, was he?
No, Big Baby Davis was
Davis. Glenn Davis. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
Lakers,
what I was like.
Still know who? Still know Brown.
Yeah, still know Bronny.
Last 10 games though, 7-3.
They've been playing as a team.
They're playing good.
They've been playing good as a
They're
team.
the 11th seed.
Yeah.
Big night yesterday, but a loss against the Knicks. D'Angelo Russell, you see what he did? 33 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, which is awesome.
D-Russ came back heavy, man.
Julius Randle had a big night as well. 33, 8, and 5. Isn't it crazy if you flip the rebounds and assists, they have the same stats?
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Listen, D'Lo's doing good. No LeBron. 80. He played a couple back-to-back nights or no?
Yeah, he's been playing.
He's been playing back-to-back
He's been
nights.
good.
So it's just a matter of
I just feel
LeBron
like he's not
coming back.
Actually taking the scoring load. Like, I'll check the stat sheet. Third, fourth quarter.
He's at 13 points, 15 points. Yeah.
Oh, you got to shoot that boy 20 times.
And he's got the shot for it. He's got everything for it, but he's not that dominant player of taking it over, basically, right? He's a dominant player, but
he could easily take it over. He's just not.
He should be able to take it over.
I don't know why he's
but
not.
I think they're playing more as a team. Reeves, I love watching Reeves. That boy's just a hustler. He's nuts.
I love Reeves. Reeves, man.
I watched.
I'm gonna buy a Reeves jersey.
The last few times I watched him with his crossovers,
I'm gonna tag him in
has
this.
been
Hopefully
unreal. So he's been very good, but I don't know how they end up doing when LeBron comes back. Truthfully,
really,
he might mess with the chemistry.
Adjustment.
He might mess with the chemistry.
Of course, and
that's what I'm saying.
You add a player like that, they just have to go revamp everything again.
And their chemistry is just not there. Or it won't be there. It's there now. Their chemistry has been unbelievable right now. So I don't know how they do when he comes back. I'm just going to sort of laugh and see if they end up, sort of making the playoffs and then LeBron comes back and they make a first round exit because the chemistry is not there. I'll just, laugh at you.
Stop.
But we'll see how they end up doing. Ja making news again.
Bad news, not good news.
Yeah, give it to it.
Ja was at a strip club.
Yeah.
And the owner of the strip club, did you hear what he said?
No.
He's like, he did not drink. He's marvelous.
Oh, yeah, I did.
After he tipped $50,000.
Yeah.
And there was a picture released of Ja, I guess, in a private room or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a woman on him. And
Okay.
it's very not child friendly.
Okay.
And there's money all over the place.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's just, I think it's a bad image. It's a terrible image for him because a lot of kids look up to him.
Okay.
And
I'm with you. Bad image. One, should have never been leaked.
why did it get
Two,
leaked, though?
whatever the man does in his personal life, and that was the same.
None of our business.
That was the same time and same that the picture of him on the IG Live, IGTV. It was the same night. So that's what I was reading this morning. That's not two different occasions. That's not when he took a break from the team and then he went to the strip club.
Oh, it's the same occasion?
It's the same occasion that got leaked by the strip club. So who knows how much they got paid to leak that image? But at the same time, he's a grown ass man.
He is,
like,
yeah.
I mean, did he do anything at the? A lot of people go to strip clubs on a regular basis.
Yeah,
but
James Harden.
You know what I'm
He's always
saying?
there.
So why is it such a big deal? Just because he's been in the news, like that's his problem. He wants to waste his money on that. That's his problem. I mean, not mine.
I think the problem is the way he's going about things. I think that's the issue. How he's not focusing on basketball and he's worrying about all these other little things.
Yeah,
and
I'm with
that's why
you.
People make it an issue.
I'm with you.
Like an organization paying a player $200 million.
Yeah,
like,
but whatever he does on his free time,
you
is
better
between,
be pretty straight
between him and his loved ones.
Yeah,
like to make it public. Like for me, for that wasn't like a holy crap. Especially after I read that it was the same night.
Yeah,
I'm like, just stop burying the guy. They're kicking him when he's down. Like it is what it is. Let him get through it. Let him get over it. I seen the picture. It was horrible that it was leaked. That guy's establishment probably will never see another professional star ever again.
Yeah,
because they're in fear of that. But it was once again horrible picture, like we said. But at the same time,
I get the whole aspect. It's his life. He does what he wants.
It's his life. He does what he wants. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it on his own time. Like when I bash some players for doing things, whether they're on the field of play or whether they're at the court or they're at the post game press conference and they want to sort of push their own agenda, that bothers me because that's company time at that point.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to play a game. And you're getting paid a wealthy an amount of money, and you want to do that on your own time, and go on your IGTV and mention whatever agenda you want, dude. Who am I to tell you not to say that?
For sure, yeah.
Like you do that, but same with this. Like would I ever be there? Not my style, not my
biggest
game.
thing is who he's representing. He's representing a whole franchise, the Grizzlies. He's representing the NBA.
I get it. Yes.
So I think him being a little cleaner in terms of
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Bringing things back in that will be a lot better for him.
I'm not disagreeing with you, and
That's
should.
the only problem with it.
You could go that with every player. He just got caught doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you go back in the 90s, I think every single one of them was gambleholics, cokeheads. I mean, you take your pick, especially the freaking Bulls. They were unreal, but with all the drugs. But I mean, at the same time, it's like now, you need to clean up your image. I'm with you there. But to bash him for this, and if it's true that it was the same night of his IGTV, like stop throwing gas on the fire, man. Just like let the guy just recover, get over it, whatever it is.
See what Coca-Cola did to him?
Pulled it.
They pulled his Powerade deal.
Yeah, I mean, were you surprised?
It's so fast though.
I mean, they announced that they gave him the Powerade deal, and I think it was a week or two later that all this crap happened. Yeah,
and all that.
And then you knew it was a matter of time for them to pull it.
Yeah, but you as an individual have to know, like, listen, I'm representing.
That's where he messed up. 1,000,000%.
Bro, cut back. And
$1,000,000%. And that's why, like, with him getting stripped of the Gatorade, and now Nike once again, they gave him all Kyrie's shoe designs, is what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what
so
it looks like.
I mean, is now Nike going to pull a switch on him just like they did with Kyrie? And they have more of a reason to pull a switch on him. They have way more of a reason to pull a switch on him with the gun stuff and the way he's acting and the lasers and all that other stuff. Kyrie just basically he believes in something. He tweeted it. It is what it is. He should not have.
At the end of the day, you believe
because
in what
once
you
again
want.
he's wearing that team and that organization
jersey
on his sleeve 24/7. He represents that, but you still can't sort of train them to be different. They're going to be humans. They're going to be themselves. They're going to be what they want.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not a huge fan of that picture being leaked. I'm not a huge fan of him being there. But at the same time, it's his life.
You're human at the end of the day.
He's not hurting anybody at that point.
Mistakes.
He's hurting himself. He's not, going around shooting anybody, selling drugs or anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I just feel like he tries to be something he's not. Like the
I'm
whole
with you.
like approach of him being blah blah blah.
the bad
whatever.
guy. Yeah, the bad guy. So it's his life. Once again, I think that's why I compared him to Lev Bell last week. I think he's going to end up being wasted talent. I don't think he's going to get it together. Antonio Brown, same thing. Antonio Brown could have went down as one of the best wide receivers almost ever.
He ruined that.
And then he ruined that. And it could be the perfect hit. It could be multiple different things. But he was even goofy back in college. Like if you see his intake picture to Central and stuff like that, he looked nuts from that point. But he was a hell of an athlete. Hell of an athlete. I just hope it's not wasted talent, and that's what it looks like. It looks like it's going down that route. Talk about sort of abandoning the other team. Your boy
Butler.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler walked out. It was overtime. There was like 30 seconds left, and he just walked out. He was on the court.
Why?
He just left.
So they were down that bad?
I don't know how much they were down. I know they just left. I know they lost, but he left.
Yeah, that's
still playing.
It's horrible.
Out.
That's
you
horrible.
Can't do that.
That's horrible. You're never gonna have any of your teammates, or your teammates will never have your back after that. You abandon them.
As soon as you feel that little sense of abandonment, they're done.
That's it. They're done. Organization will probably never back him up again. He abandoned him, unless if there was personal issues or anything. I don't know if there was any. Who was it? RG3. RG3 during the NFL season ran off because his wife was in labor. Maybe something like that happened.
Was that mid-game?
I think it was pregame or just post game. It just happened and he ran off. It was awesome to watch.
Imagine having him for fantasy.
Yeah, right. No. This is while he's an analyst.
Oh,
this is just this past season. Yeah, this is just this past season.
I do remember that.
Yeah, this is just this past season. So seeing, he could be going through something. I don't know, but for him to run off like that,
he was walking off. He wasn't
I think so as well.
Yeah,
I think so as well. But I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But he abandoned his team. I don't think they'll ever have his back. I'll be surprised if they do. I wouldn't. You left us at that moment. And when crap gets hard, I always say this. I think I've said this to you multiple times. It ain't about who's around when times are good.
Because everything's beautiful then.
Everything's beautiful then. It's who's has your back when shit hits the fan. And who shows up to the plate at that point. And whoever that is, those are your true friends.
100%.
So, your true teammate, thick or thin, is there. So for him to just walk off the court, that's horrible. It's a horrible look.
Our true friend's someone that expects nothing
in return. Just does it out of the goodness of their heart.
Just does what they
goodness
want
of their heart. So that's where it's like, what is he a good enough? Whatever. I can't judge him once again, but to walk off like that is horrible. My Pistons, you keep on just throwing them in there and just.
I said 13-game losing streak earlier. I was wrong. It was 11-game losing streak.
Yeah,
but man. You think we'll have a good season? Or not will, I'm sorry. I'm not a part of this. You think you guys will have a good season ever?
You're not a part of any organization.
I'm not a part of the Pistons. I'm a part of the LBJ community.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Yeah. Very loyal. Will they ever have a winning season? Maybe.
Probably not.
It's going to take a little bit. They need to continuously draft and, like we've been saying, develop players. They're having a hard time with that.
Suck.
So I'll always root for the Pistons. It just will.
There's nothing to root
it's
for.
hard to watch.
They suck.
It's just horrible to watch. But if they start, who are they trying to get from France?
Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is.
Isn't it Wembanyama? Wembanyama.
I was looking for the name. I'm like,
Wembanyama. So he. He's got the length. He's got the wingspan. I mean, I think you compared him to AD. AD's
his
wingspan
is where'd I put it? 7'9" to 8 feet. Anthony Davis is 7'6". So imagine that.
That's what I'm saying.
A little longer.
A little longer. So I had a couple highlights of him. Just he's hitting threes, and
he plays like a point guard.
Plays like a point guard. Yeah, and then I believe it was a game not too long ago. He had like 12 blocks and crazy amount, 20 to 30
you think
points.
His body frame lasts in the NBA?
That's what I'm saying. Like playing over in France, are they? Is it a little bit softer there? Yeah. Is it not? Could he keep up with the pace of the game today?
It's like the biggest thing that happened last time was who? Zion, correct?
Yeah,
he's huge.
He's too big.
He's gonna be this and that. I think Zion's averaging 26 games a year.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, the game changed so much, dude. It's an offensive game. You're not allowed to play defense. Every team is putting up 130 points a game.
Too big.
He can't keep up with the speed of the game, and him or anybody. Now, can this guy keep up with the speed of the game? Could Victor keep up with the speed of the game? I mean, with his size, I think he probably could. Would the endurance be there? That's just training. They're professional athletes. They should be able to do that. That's their life. I think he would make it with him and Cade. I think they can start getting a little bit better if they get him, and Cade getting to the point where he's just got to get healthy, and they got to get pieces around him. Like Cade's not that generational talent that's going to change the organization completely.
I think the Pistons messed up with Cade.
Think so?
I don't think Cade's gonna be good.
Who should they have taken?
I don't even know who came out of that class. I just don't think Cade is.
I think he was the best of that class.
I think so. I think that was a COVID class.
Yeah, I think he was the best of that class. So I mean, it's just I like what?
Okay,
and I don't know the class specifically, so someone could probably prove me wrong at that point.
Like a generational guy? Like,
no. I just said he's not.
You're not.
I just said he's not. But they gotta get talent around him. I think he could be, but I don't compare him as
see
a
how
generational
I look at
player.
Cade. I look at Cade as 3-4 years with the Pistons and gone.
I hope not. Because I think they can develop into something.
I feel like that's what the Pistons have been.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I hope they change that. So we'll see how they end up doing. But yeah, I mean, Pistons, they just need to get it together. I'll continue to watch and follow and see what they do, but I'm not holding my breath for them to get good. LeBron, what happened with this NBA and NBPA?
It's not about LeBron, but
no.
Basically they're saying that the NBA and the NBPA to agree on a rule that a player must play in a minimum number of games to be eligible for major awards, such as MVP.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that. I feel like if you play 60 games and someone's like your stats that played 80 games, you should give it to the 80 guy.
Yeah. I'm with you there. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer. I don't even know why that's up for discussion. I thought when I was first reading it, I thought they were going to say you have to play a certain amount of games to actually get your entire contract is what I was hoping it would say. But to get any awards, I mean, I feel like every other organization, whether NHL or MLB or NFL, they all have a minimum amount of games in order to get these awards.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I could have swore they do. But I'm surprised the NBA didn't have that from the beginning. But yeah, no, they should do that 1,000,000%. On to March Madness here.
I've never done a bracket before, you know that? But I'm doing one this year.
Okay.
And I'm going to be 100% right. No, I'm just not.
All right. I haven't looked at multiple. The only thing I've seen is the notable teams that didn't make it, with North Carolina being one and Michigan being the other. And they got invited to the NIT, and they were both like, "Nah, we're not going to join that losers bracket. Not going to happen. Sorry, not going to do it with our fan base. We're out." They don't want to be a part of the NIT.
Wow, no UNC, no Michigan, Rutgers,
and Wisconsin. Wow. Yeah, so there's a couple of big names that aren't in there.
How do you qualify for this?
So without the during the regular season, what your records are, what your conference records are,
it goes off
and then it goes off seeding at that point, and then they have basically like the Big Ten every conference has their championship.
Okay.
And then they work out the seeding that way.
That makes sense.
So I haven't looked at. I'm actually filling out my brackets today, because I think we got the first four. Today and tomorrow, I believe, because then the brackets start
14th through 16, right?
Yeah, first four is 14th, 16th. What's today's date? Today's the 13th. Okay,
so tomorrow.
So tomorrow and Wednesday, and then the tournament starts Thursday. And every year I tell myself I want to take off of work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It is just it's game after game after game, and everything's televised.
Last year we watched a little bit of
it. It's unreal. I think every TV at the office is going to have a game on. Yeah, it's about to be there. But every time I do a bracket, truthfully, and it matters how your brackets are set up. If you get bonuses for taking the underdog, I take every 12 against the 5. Because then that's a 6-7 point difference that you end up getting extra.
Yeah, that helps.
I take almost every 12 against the 5, and sometimes those. What was it? I think it was a 13. I think the 13s plays the 4s, or the 6 and the 11s. You pick a couple upsets there, but if it's just a point for a win, which is a stupid way to set up the bracket, but if it is a point for the win, then you always just take the favorites. Mm-hmm. But I love the underdog story. This is where the Cinderella team coming through. This is when I seen Davidson, when I seen Curry and Davidson. It's just such a fun time to watch.
I got to invest in this because I never watched much Madness.
Watching
I'm a huge basketball guy.
Morrison with Gonzaga and Curry with Davidson, man. And there's so many. It's unbelievable to watch, and just to be off and watch that. Which every year I tell myself I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do it sooner than later, but it's a phenomenal thing to start watching. I know Duke is early favorite. They always are. Bama, Houston, Kansas, and Purdue are your all number 1 seeds.
Yeah.
Bama's been hot, man. I've been watching highlights and all that stuff. I know we got that first 4 today. What's our matchups today?
What do we got? We got Texas A&M versus SE Missouri.
Yeah.
We got Mississippi State versus Pitt. I know you're a Pitt guy, right?
They've been playing good.
Texas Southern versus FDU.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona versus Nevada. Who you got?
So my picks for today, or for tomorrow actually, would be Texas A&M over SC Missouri. And
I agree there.
Pitt over Mississippi State.
I'm going Mississippi there, though.
Yeah, no, I'll go Pitt over them. And then Texas Southern over FDU.
Okay.
And I would probably end up going Arizona State over Nevada.
Yes, I was going
Arizona I would probably go Arizona State over Nevada. That's where my picks would be, and then it tells you what seeds they're going to end up being in.
Oh, it tells you what round starts. So March 16th to the 17th, round 1. Second round is 18th to the 19th.
Yeah.
Sweet 16.
Yes.
That's all there.
So everything's there, and it's unbelievable how it ends up just working out.
I'm excited.
I'm telling you, it just goes back to back, game after game after game, and as one game's ending, another one's starting. So you literally will end up watching like the last 4 minutes of every game. Just a bunch of basketball. Just a bunch of basketball, and you'll have a bunch of games up there, and you just look to see who's the scorer. Like CBS has their.
Is Michigan State in here?
I think they are, but I believe they are not. They're not high in the ranking. I don't remember where they are. I didn't look at the bracket completely right now. 7. They're in the East region. They're going up against USC. Yeah, so Michigan State, I mean, you can never count on Izzo. They're not that hot this year. But I feel like the whole Big Ten as a total is not where it used to be.
Yeah.
Last year, the Big Ten was hot, man. This year, not so much. Not so much. So let's get on to the UFC.
Peter Yan versus
Peter Yan. Merab. Did you watch any of that fight?
I did not. I didn't
Dude,
catch this fight.
They were Energizer bunnies.
You called me, though. You told me like it was just a slugfest.
They were Energizer bunnies. It was just a matter of who's going to run out of gas first is the biggest thing at that point.
Wow, 11 takedowns.
Yeah, 11 takedowns. Peter Yan defended 38 takedowns. Okay, that is a lot of freaking tries. And for him to take him down 11 times.
How tired are you after all that?
Oh, my God.
I imagine that.
They were just beat. And Peter Yan, you know, you could tell that Merab was actually getting to the point where he just looked a little frustrated because all those takedown attempts and he just kept on getting blocked. But Peter Yan he was just not there.
A lot of blood?
There was a little bit of blood, yeah. But I was just Peter Yan.
I can only imagine.
He's going downhill ever since that disqualification knee.
1 in 4
nasty.
since his knee.
Yeah.
We'll play that video, but man,
that
him
knee,
being
that
champion,
dude,
losing his title because of that
was
knee.
dirty though. His hands were down.
His knee was down in there.
No, he was holding his head down, the back of his head down, and then his knee just straight to the face. I remember watching that. That was horrible to watch.
The referee was like, "Stop!"
Oh, it was done. It was done. And you know, I don't think I know he got disqualified. Relinquished his belt. He was supposed to have a rematch with him, I think about 6 months to a year later.
He lost.
Did they end up doing the rematch? Yeah.
They did.
So it was just, you know, ever since then, I don't know if it was a mental game. I don't know what happened because Yan had that fight in the bag at that point, and then he got disqualified. Man. Yeah.
He was on the uprise. After that knee, legit.
Yeah, it was done. Now, UFC 286 this weekend, you got Usman Edwards Chapter 3, basically. And the first, I think it was the second fight, is what gave us that Joe Rogan meme.
Yeah.
The one with him jumping up and down. Yeah. It gave us that Joe Rogan meme because Usman had that fight in the bag, and then Edwards just out of nowhere. Edwards just out of nowhere, 5th round.
Man, the fighting game is crazy. You can legit be losing the whole
Your guard could never be down.
In that one
Your guard could never be down. Yeah. So this, you know, first fight, Usman won by unanimous decision. Second fight was Edwards with that head kick in the 5th round, and gave us Joe Rogan, you know, sort of reaction there at that point. It was been a good 2 fights. I think Usman wins this.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Usman wins this. I think his guard's not going to go down. He should have won that last one. If his guard wasn't down, he had it in the bag. Who do you got?
I'm going Edwards here.
Are you really?
Going Edwards. I feel like Usman's going to overcompensate and be afraid and be cautious. Not afraid, more cautious of a kick coming or something. And a lot of times when you fight afraid,
for sure,
terrible.
For sure.
I'm going Leon here.
No,
I think we're going to Usman.
We're going to Usman for sure. And that's, you know, I think he's the favorite going in as well. I could be wrong. I didn't really look at it much.
He's a monster. Yeah. But I'm going Leon.
So it's a decent card because we also got Justin Gaethje and
Gaethje. Justin Gaethje.
I'm sorry, and Rafael. Rafael, man, he's up and coming star. Beast.
A monster.
He's a hit. That's who I'm taking to win.
I'm taking him as well.
Yeah. I'm taking Rafael for sure. So I can't wait to watch that.
No scrub.
No scrub at all.
He's a monster.
No scrub at all. But I'm just, you know, I'm looking at literally what was the ages I had up here. I don't think I have him up here, but just looking at Rafael being that up and coming star.
He's young, right?
He's younger. I think with his height, he's a little bit shorter. Reach is a little bit more, 1.5 inches. Nothing too crazy, and leg reach is the same.
If Rafael wins, though, I want to see his next fight for a title.
For a title?
I really want to see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's my prediction.
That guy. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is. So let's get into the NFL.
Some big trades. Chicago. Hey. Remember we talked about the first pick last week?
What the hell was that trade?
I didn't like it.
It was great for Chicago.
Great for Chicago. Bad for the Panthers.
What the hell are they giving?
They gave the 9th pick, or is that the 9th?
So they swapped first round picks this year, and the number 81 pick, I believe, this year. Then next year, another first round pick. And then 2025 second round pick and DJ Moore.
They got DJ Moore out of
I'm like, what
DJ Moore he was suffering though. He was legit suffering in Carolina.
Oh, because they had no quarterback.
He hated being there, man.
They had no quarterback though. They had no one to get him the ball.
In the beginning,
there was a time where they had an XFL star playing for them.
He had Sam Darnold first, right?
Sam Darnold first,
and then after he had Baker.
Yeah,
Baker and him wouldn't connect.
No, not at all. So no, I mean he's still got it. He just needed a quarterback throwing the ball. They gave up so much, and for Carolina to do that, and they're probably going CJ Stroud is what everything I'm reading.
Yeah,
they're not going Bryce Young. Sure. They're going CJ Stroud, and that was just like, dude, you gave up that much. Come on, like who's he going to throw it to now? Unbelievable. Now you look at Chicago's wide receiving crew. You got Mooney, you got DJ Moore, and you got Chase Claypool. It seems like a bunch of number twos on a team.
I think Moore can easily be a one. He could be a one.
He could be a one. But the thing that I loved about this was they were all talking about how Chicago was going to trade or was going to actually take a quarterback and trade Justin Fields.
Yeah.
This just told Justin Fields, we got you.
We're here for you.
We got you.
But what I want to see from Fields is I want to see Fields become more of a passer this year.
Yeah.
And first instinct not to run out of the pocket.
If he wants to prolong his career, he's got to become a passer.
Especially with this trade of getting DJ Moore, I think the organization's going to tell him that.
Yeah.
They want to see him sit in the pocket and sling the ball now.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
And that's what I'm saying. With them giving up that many draft picks, like what quality receiver are they going to get at that point? So that's where it's just,
There's no way they draft a receiver at one, right? There's no one good enough.
No,
right?
No, they did it for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. They're not doing it for a receiver.
Is there any good receivers in that class?
You know what? I couldn't even tell you. But that was huge. The other one right before we started recording, Eckler. I mean, we were just talking about how he's probably number one next year, right? Fantasy-wise and even in real life. Their preliminary talks didn't go as planned. He's due about $6.2 million in 2023, which is the last year of his contract. And that did not go well.
To other teams,
and he's like, let me talk to other teams. Like, let me get out of here.
He wants to get that bag.
Which, I'll be honest with you, I think he is a star. But I think every organization has learned that, I'm sorry to say it,
can't pay them.
You can't. Running backs
are liabilities.
They're plug and play. You can't tie up that much money into a running back that shelf life is 3 to 5 years. That's why they all went to running back by committee to sort of prolong their careers a little bit more. Having they take a beating, man.
Because as a business looking in, you're better off strengthening your offensive line than paying the running back.
They're finally paying the offensive line.
Because with the offensive line, you're knocking two birds with one stone.
Protecting your quarterback.
You're protecting the QB. You're protecting the running back as well. So why not?
They finally started paying these linemen. These linemen have been getting the shaft for so many years, and if they are the anchor. Like if they're not good,
no linemen,
they're done. So they're fine. And running backs are sort of taking a step back. Receivers are getting paid because they're not as contacted as much as running backs. So they're lasting longer. Their shelf life is longer. Which
it's unfortunate. But
I don't know if the Chargers will end up paying them. I seen Deshaun Watson this morning restructures his deal to open up about $36 million in cap space. No, I didn't have any details yet. Adam Thielen released.
Thielen goes to the Bears.
Think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he stays in that division.
Yeah.
He goes to the Bears. He's gonna be a Bear.
Yeah. So does that affect your Lions?
No, man. The Lions are gonna go places next year.
I think they are too. But I think they just went from the favorite to, are they still the favorite, or does Chicago sort of compete with them a little bit now?
So it all depends what Rodgers does. I think if there's no Rodgers in the division, the Lions take it.
Yeah.
I think if Rodgers is in the division, you can never count him out.
So since you brought up Rodgers, what's the drama with him?
What's going on with him? He said his news is coming out soon. He said
he's such a drama queen.
Stay tuned; it won't be long.
So he said that to Brandon Marshall. They were at a event
but that's
for
the
flag
second
football.
Time he said something like that. He's like, after my darkness
such
retreat,
a drama queen. At the end of the day, I talked to so many Green Bay fans.
If I was a Packers fan,
they want to get rid of him.
I would hate him.
They want to get rid of him. They can't do it anymore. So they're just like, you know what, let's move on. It's sort of, they're going Favre 2.0. Let's move on. Let's go to this next guy. Let's see what happens. Just get out of the way and even if we're bad for so long, it is what it is at that point. So yeah, they're just saying, Sauce Gardner tweeted, "Hey, Aaron Rodgers, I promise, if you become a Jet, I won't pick you off in practice. I'll even burn the cheese head." And then he had a picture of him burning the cheese head. It was Sauce is the man.
He said it's gone, bro.
It's gone, bro. I love Sauce. So if he goes there, I think that puts the Jets up there.
See, they become a contender right away.
Yeah, that's all they're missing. That's all they were missing.
Yeah.
Breece Hall, if he comes back, he was hot.
Oh, he's a monster.
He was a monster. If Breece Hall comes back, they have that running back.
Man, if they get A-Rod.
If they get A-Rod,
they have a core.
They have the wide receiving core. They have a good defense.
Yeah.
The only missing piece is a quarterback. That is it. They will be unreal next year. So, and then we woke up yesterday to Jalen Ramsey.
He's a Dolphin now. You like that or no?
You know, I like it, but at the same time, it's like that's all it took.
Are the Rams in self-destruct mode? They don't care anymore?
I think.
They said they're willing to get rid of Stafford.
Yeah, they already started asking around for him.
Are they content with Baker, or are they trying to
No,
go
I just think they spent so much money to win that Super Bowl and so much draft picks and draft capital that they ended up, now they got to rebuild.
Yeah,
now
because
they're in
they
a
got rid
rebuild
of
phase.
Bobby Wagner too, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
No Bobby Wagner. Getting rid of Ramsey. Getting rid of the quarterback that won you the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's just after that.
But they also said that Stafford just couldn't throw the ball last year. Like the injuries just kept on coming in.
You think he's on the back end of his career?
Stafford? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think so for sure. But I'm just surprised it only took a third-round pick. And that's what the Dolphins got him for, and a tight end, Hunter Long. So it'll be processed Wednesday, but I'm surprised that's all it took, truthfully. So I'm surprised other teams, if that's all it took, I'm surprised like the Lions because that's all they were missing.
I'm surprised that they didn't go for him.
Well, I'm surprised Lions didn't. I'm surprised the Steelers didn't. I'm surprised, a lot of people could have went for him. I mean, he would be there and he would be your starter. Offer a third round pick. I'm surprised. Sure. Tyreek Hill,
he blew them out. He was like, I'm like, that Madden speed is real.
He has not ran for 9 years on the track field.
He's wearing glasses too.
Did you see? It's not just his speed that was impressive. It's how he got off the block.
Acceleration was just like.
He got off the block like he's been running forever. Like that is one of the hardest things to actually get off the block in a runner stance.
I feel bad for the people that were competing with him.
And they weren't just some scrubs.
No, they were fast people.
No, and they were like pro athletes, pro track stars, and he just smoked them. It was crazy. To watch him that fast sort of gave you the holy crap, he's fast.
He's the fastest player in the NFL.
Yeah,
gotta be right.
I would think so.
I mean, who can you compare him to?
No, I would think so. I would think so for sure.
I can't even think of anyone.
No. I would think so all day.
If DK was smaller, I'd say DK, but DK has a big frame.
He's
running
beast,
with.
though, man. He's
Monster,
so big.
Yeah.
But Tyreek ain't small. He's short.
Yeah.
But he's dude, watched him benching the other day. He's always online challenging people for bench press. I think he put up about 3. He failed at 325. He put up 305, I think.
What does he weigh?
He's got to be, high hundreds, low twos. Is probably where it's at that point. But dude, he's strong. He's fast. Tyreek is unbelievable.
He's 5'10", 191 pounds.
That's what I said. High ones, low twos. Like, I mean, the boy's just jacked though. He's jacked. What's the next one that you got for me?
We have start, bench, cut.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Julio.
Okay.
Antonio Brown. Megatron.
Okay.
Calvin Johnson.
I'm cutting Julio.
You're cutting Julio?
Yeah.
And mind you, all these guys prime.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm cutting Julio. Because I feel like Julio and Calvin could be about the same player, with Calvin just being better.
Okay.
So I'm starting Calvin, and I'm benching AB.
Same.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
Yeah. AB's a stud, right? But, also in his prime, he was a little wacko. And now if you're telling me they're all normal, I mean, AB would be in the conversation, but Megatron's just Megatron. I would take him and Julio. I think we're about the same kind of type player.
Imagine these players had your elite guys, like your Brady or your Aaron Rodgers.
Kelvin had Stafford in his prime.
He's not on those guys' levels, though.
Come on.
No. You think Stafford touches Rodgers? No,
he
never.
had no line. He had nothing. I'm not saying he touches Rodgers. I think Rodgers is a unbelievable quarterback.
Yeah, but imagine Rodgers had Kelvin. How much better would Kelvin be?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
That's what I think about at times.
I think as far as Stafford goes, he was good.
Yeah, no,
he wasn't Rodgers. Now you can't compare him to Rodgers, because at the end of the day, Rodgers to me was the best raw athlete quarterback, best quarterback in the league for the last 5 to 10 years. Then Patty Mahomes came around. Easily. But as far as talent goes, I think he was there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a would you rather. I put it together last minute.
Hit me with it.
Because I didn't want you to see it and sort of pretest. So the way that I want to do this.
I did not see this.
Okay. The way I want to do this. I want you to just spit fire.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want you to look at stats. I don't want you to look at stats. I don't want you to look at anything I put in there.
All right.
I'm going to give you Matthew Stafford. Okay. That's who we're up against. Matthew Stafford's your guy, and I'm going to give you names, and you say who you're taking. Right. Okay. Ready for it?
A little bit, yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
Matt Ryan.
Stafford.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Andrew Luck.
Stafford.
Remember, this is their prime.
Yeah, but I'm comparing careers as well.
This is prime, though. This is if they have the same time.
Same time as well.
Let's go back.
I'm going Luck.
Okay.
Luck.
Ben. Eli Manning.
I don't want you to punch me.
Eli Manning. All right. Lamar.
Stafford.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a tough one, though.
Jalen.
Stafford.
Patty Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Russ.
Give me Russ.
Really?
Yeah, give me
I'm
Russ.
going Stafford there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going Stafford
All right.
there. So, you took, I would take him over Ryan for sure. I would take Rodgers for sure. I would probably take Andrew Luck if Andrew Luck had the same length of career.
See, the first thing that popped in my mind was the longevity of career.
Yeah, for
Luck
sure.
didn't play that long.
No, he didn't. He only
didn't.
played, Andrew Luck played 86 games total.
Yeah, see, that
Stafford has
bothers
played
me.
191 games.
Imagine he stayed.
He played 86
He could have
games.
been one of the greats.
He could have been. I mean, in those 86 games, he had 23,671 yards, 171 touchdowns, 83 interceptions, and he had 2,000 completions. So he was unbelievable. I would take Ben over Stafford. I would Eli, and
I really wanted to say Stafford over Ben.
I don't think you can though.
But I seen you looked at me and
No.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Super Bowls and I'm gonna go Ben.
Not just the Super Bowls. I mean, I just think the numbers are there
Statistics
as well.
Yeah, I'm going
They're
Ben.
there.
I'm going Ben.
Ben, Rodgers, and Patty Mahomes shouldn't be even on this list. They shouldn't be compared to Stafford at all. Plain and simple. Those three shouldn't. I just want to see how crazy you were about Ben.
No.
So that's why how much of a hater you were. I know. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I'm not a hater. I'm not like you. You hate on LeBron all the time.
No, I'm
that.
honest. I'm not a hater.
I'm not a hater. Stop it.
Lamar, I would go Stafford. Jalen, I would probably go Stafford as well.
I am Stafford.
Yeah, I would go Stafford as well. Patty is Patty. Russ, I would probably go Stafford. That's the only discrepancy that we have
with
there.
Jalen, like, I don't know, man. I'm not super convinced with Jalen yet.
Haven't seen it yet.
I want to see one more year.
Yeah, I want to see him do it on a consistent basis.
I want to see if it's the team or if it's him.
And that's how I am. So I like that, but at the same time, I like Stafford a lot, and I had a lot of respect for Stafford, thinking that Stafford was a very good player that just didn't have the talent around him. I think he did it to himself because of all the good old demanding to be the highest paid and not getting talent around him. But talent-wise, he was there.
Do you think players understand that? Like, if you demand a boatload of money, you're not going to have people around you?
I think they all understand it. It's just a matter of what's important to them.
It's just selfish, right?
Yeah, it's just what's important.
I want my bag. I don't care about anything
selfish.
else.
It's just looking out for me. Like, do I want to win for the organization? And there's a lot of people that aren't like Stafford. Has surprised me.
Those numbers, it's selfish. I don't think it's looking out for me.
I get it, but I feel like Stafford surprised me because Stafford speaks well.
Yeah,
he's got a good look with him. He's sort of like the LaShawn McCoy that speaks very well. They all look for the team at that point. They should, because at the end of the day, look at Brady. Brady didn't retire yet. He had a freaking deal with Fox, I believe it was Fox, to be an analyst.
Yeah.
Like, so that comes with the winning. So I'm surprised
100%.
Stafford didn't see that at all. But either way, I mean, he took his money. He couldn't bring talent around him, and I think that's what really hurt him. But I think he was great. I really do. So let's go. That's it for today.
Episode 11.
Yes, it's a wrap, baby. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Everything you guys liked, please share,
subscribe.
like.
Make sure you're showing us love so we can show you love back.
So we're on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube,
Apple Music, Spotify,
everything.
The whole nine, everything.
So, get at us. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you guys.